Today we're gonna make a video about the gauges that we have on the dashboard on a Kenworth T700 from 2012. As you can see, this gauge shows the oil pressure, the engine oil pressure. The second gauge is gonna show the voltage. When the ignition is on, the voltage is gonna be around 12.6, 13. And when we start the engine, the arrow is gonna go to 14 volts, and this is the voltage that we receive from the alternator that is charging our battery. Let me start it now. As you can see right now, the arrow is gonna start slowly going up because the alternator gives us power and is charging the battery. As you can see, it's going up to 14. The next, it's the water temperature or the coolant temperature. Here it's the tachometer, the engine hours, and below we have the outside temperature. When we have the freezing temperature, on the dash is gonna show a snowflake. Let me show you. I'll try to turn it off, and when I will turn it on, the snowflake sign will appear. As you can see, this is the snowflake sign because the temperature it's below 37 Fahrenheit. Here we have the speedometer, we have the odometer and the trip meter that we can reset every time we want. On the top we have the brake pressure, the pressure that we have in the system when we're applying the brakes. Let me show you. As you can see, I apply the brake, and the harder you press it, the higher is going to be the pressure. And here we have a primary air tank pressure and the secondary air tank pressure. Usually the full tank is going to be around 120-125 psi. On the right side, and on the right side we have the fuel level gauge that's going to show the fuel level in the tank, the boost pressure, the pressure we have in the intake manifold that is coming from the turbocharger, the depth level sensor, the front drive axle oil temperature, the rear drive axle oil temperature. This is the engine oil temperature. Here we have the suspension load, and we can use it to calculate the approximate weight we have on the drive axles. And here is the transmission oil temperature. And these are all the gauges we have on the Kenworth T700.